Hello again, everyone. Today I thought I'd like to have a play with a technique that I saw Jennifer Maguire demonstrating, which is where she got a whole bunch of colour onto a background using, she actually used dye inks, but I want to use my Distress Oxides, randomly on, not particularly blended, and then she die cut things from that. So first of all, I chose colours that I don't actually use very much, and I thought, well, let me try and use some of these that, you know, haven't had much of an outing. So I've got dried marigold, wild honey, carved pumpkin, ripe persimmon, and tattered rose. So I'm just going to kind of go ahead and see how we go. She added the colour with a brayer, and, you know, don't know which way around. I'm going to start from the right because that's nearest where I am. Just went up and down, and she put a greater depth of colour at the bottom than the top. So there's that one. The next colour is wild honey. I think I will just wipe my brayer because I don't really want to contaminate the next pad. So I'm just going to wipe this off with a wet wipe, and we'll see how we go. Right, wild honey, here we come. When you use a brayer, if you want to pick up colour, if you lift your brayer every time, it means that it keeps going round and you don't get one little bit at the bottom somewhere that misses out on picking up the colour. Okay, there's my wild honey. Next one, I'll give this a quick wipe. Try this one. I'm putting this on my scrapbook.com grip mat just to hold the pot securely. I noticed Jennifer was using one of those things that you put a stamp pad into that grips it, but that you need space for one of those, and this is just underneath my cutting machine, so it doesn't actually make a lot of difference, but it's there when I need it, which is brilliant. Right, the next one I've got is ripe persimmon, and I don't know if I've got enough contrast in my colours really, but time will tell. So let's try this one. Love this colour, but I rarely use it. I can't think why I don't really. I love warm colours. Put a bit extra on the bottom. Okay. I sorted out my time, and I've got a bit more space. I've just grabbed another colour, and it's crackling campfire, and I'm just going to put that on the end of this line of colours here. There we go. Not terribly well blended, but that's absolutely fine. Now what Jennifer did was to cut out a whole bunch of flower heads. She was using a Simon Says stamp die, and she just cut as many as she could get out of her piece of coloured card. So I'm going to do that. It's going to take me a while, and I'm going to use a die that was sent to me. I think this was sent to me by Peggy. So I don't know if I've used it before, so I'm just going to try and get as many of the heads of flowers out as I can, and I'll cut the stems out from something different. So I'll be back in a moment when I have cut out all the flower heads. I'm back. I have cut out as many flower heads as I could from my piece of coloured card. I've cut out a few stems, and I thought we'd have 3 flowers, and then I'll have some more left over for later. And I thought we would have 1 leaf, 3 flowers, and that would kind of be it really. I'm going to pop them onto this square, but I want to partially emboss that square, just to give a little bit of interest, a bit of dry embossing I plan on doing. So, enjoying Snoopy's having a ride on the hands of the clock. I've dug out a few embossing folders, and I wanted really simple ones because I just want to emboss less than half of this square. So I've got some lines which are fairly close together. That's, what's the name of them? Lifestyle Crafts, that one. I've got this one, which is sort of wiggly lines, but lines from Cuttlebug, very old one. I've got this one, which is a Sizzix, which is broader stripes. And this one, which is like a Harlequin or an Argyle, or whatever you call it, pattern. Could put a few of those onto this. So what do we do? What I often do, actually, is hold this behind to see, you know, what give me the sort of effect that the embossing folder will have on that piece of card. Let's have a look at this one. If I have stripes, I have very fancy vertical stripes. I think I'll probably go with this one. I'll just have a look at the others. That's not bad, actually. That isn't bad. That might be quite nice. You may be thinking to yourself, how are you going to do this so you don't get a line? But I can't put that this way round into my machine that way because it's too wide. So I could go this way and stop the rollers when I get to there and then go back, so I don't get the edge of the line of the embossing folder. But if you do embossing and you don't want that edge to show, what you can do is substitute one of your cutting plates with a rubber mat. And that, the springiness of the mat means that you don't get that harsh line from the edge of the embossing folder. I am just wondering about that, actually. I might try this one. If I position it just... I wasn't thinking this at all when I was thinking one of these. I saw that one the other day when I was going through for something else, and I had a fancy for that one. Then I came across this one, but then I saw this. Let me try this one. I'm not quite sure where the edge is, which is the up and which is the... That's an indentation. That is an indentation. So, just wondering where to put it. About like that, I think. Let's try this. And I'm going to put it through this way. And I believe the sandwich is just the platform top and my adapter plate. Let us see. That feels about right. Don't know where I am. Because my top plate is non-see-through, I don't know quite where I'm up to. And I've got it. I've done it. That's good-o. It's done by feeling. Just went as far as... That's quite nice, actually, isn't it? Whoa. Right. That goes on there like that. I will probably be putting that up onto... foam tape, I suspect. So I'm not quite sure how these go. I've put the orangey ones this side and the more reddy pinky ones that side. So there's a little bit there that goes like, looks as if you tuck that in because that little bit is embossed. And then we've got the stem. I wonder if this... Does that go below or does it go inside? I don't know where this goes. It's quite nice like that, isn't it? Let's just see. Let's have one of these ones. And we'll tuck that in. And we'll tuck one of these in. I say, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. These were in that batch that I think came from Peggy in Maryland. It's quite nice, isn't it? Do I need 3? I ask myself. Perhaps I don't. Let's just get another one and see. When I put them in the, cut them in the piece of paper, I did one this way, one that way, so that I would get the dark and the light and the light and the dark, if you know what I mean. So let's just see this. I say I'm not really sure how these go together. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking a touch of I don't need 3, do I? That's not bad. I'm just wondering whether a piece of cord or something across here might be quite nice. Let me do that. I like those like that, and probably I won't be putting them up onto, I won't be putting that up onto, I don't know. Let me just, I do fancy a bit of gold on these. Let me get my gilding wax. Here's my gilding wax. And a little applicator. With that gold stem, I just think that a little bit of gold on the petals would look quite nice. Often when you see things that other people do, you think, wow, what a good idea. But then as you run with it, different things occur to you. I think this is why a lot of people say, have you considered, when I put a card on YouTube or on Facebook, have you considered putting this on or that on? And it's their imagination which is being grabbed by the things that you've done, which is absolutely fabulous. They're not really, I don't think, saying, oh, it would have been better if you'd done this or if you'd done that. It's just that they look at what you're doing and, you know, they're fired with enthusiasm, which I think is fabulous. There we go. I can't resist it. Look. Oh my word. What do you think? I quite like it. I'm going to do it with both of them. I think some people kind of take offence at people saying, oh, you could have done this or you could have done that. But in a way, it's kind of flattering because they've picked up on your ideas and they've run with it. And, you know, I think you should be very proud that they want to do something similar. That one I haven't covered very carefully with the pen. I will go over that again because there's a couple of bits where there's a gap. Okie dokie. Yeah, there's a little bit there that I missed. So, just do it again. Okay. Now, perhaps I should put a bit of glue on all those bits. I'll do that. Let me just do that now. If I put a bit of glue on that to that, and then on the back of this, that should do it, shouldn't it? Talking to myself, it's the first sign of madness, they say. Right, I'll pop that into there. Okay. And this one into the back of here. There we go. Actually, I'm going to put glue on the front of this because if I put it on the back, it's behind and not touching anything. So I'll pop it in the front. There, it's stuck to that. It's a good O. This one on the back. Right. Oh, that needs to come out of the point, not sideways on. Let's get it in the right position. There we go. How was I with that one? That one was missing slightly as well. Needs to be absolutely on the point of this bit here. Right. Really and truly, I mean, that would be green, wouldn't it? Or greenish. So, 1 and 2. Like that. And then a little piece of cord, perhaps. Are these the same thing? That's a shorter one, okay. I like them crossed. And let's just see. Perhaps this. Let me just do this. The way I often do this, it's a bit of a cheat, really. I put some adhesive on the back to grab it. I think we'll give it 2 turns of the card. Let's see if I can grab this. 1 and 2. Cut it off. Okay. Now I put a little piece of tape over the top of it to secure. I am going to put this on foam tape, otherwise we'll have a lump here, won't we? That answers that one. A little bit of tape on the top just to hold on to it. There we go. Now, let's have a look. Now, to make it look as if the knot is there, what we can do is put this behind all of them, like so. Come out and then tie it. I think that will work first. Right, foam tape on the back, avoiding the places where the cord is, because otherwise we'd have a great lump. So it's a bit too long. Piece in there, piece in here. So now this cord, it's got a little channel to be in, so it won't make a great lump sticking up. Okay, I think we can probably now stick that onto there. Okay. Okay, now I'll put a little bit of, where is it going to go? I think I'll put glue dots on this. It's my small ones. Let's have a few tiny ones. Where's it going to go? These are minuscule ones. Sticks to anything. I love them. I think that's probably enough. I'll put a little bit of foam tape behind the top bit here, because that will be above the embossed square. That's fine. Okay, so I'll take this off I may put a bit of glue under here later, not sure. We'll just kind of see. Right. There we are. This one's going to go like that. So this can be mainly a bit of foam tape under here, glue dots under there. Okay. I think we'll have a sentiment on this, but not decided quite what yet. Okay, now we can do our bit of tying. Now, just our sentiment, and I'll be back with that in one moment. Sentiment, a few more things occurred to me, and I suddenly thought this bottom bit here might look better if that was gold as well. So I just got out my marker again and just did that with there, so that there's just a continuation of the stem going up into the petals. I've dotted a few tiny, these little mini gems on, and I'm just going to do a happy birthday, and I thought I would emboss that in gold. So this is a really old one from Hero Arts. It was one of 3 happy birthdays that were all stuck together. It was here, there we go. They're all, and I cut one off. So if I want 3, I can put them back together again, and if I just want 1, I can just have 1 to save masking every time. So that's my reasoning. So I quite like that partial bit of embossing. I think it's kind of cool, really. Right, where's my, oh, here it is. Bit of gold embossing powder. Something to sprinkle it onto. Just give it another. I usually like to give it a little shimmy when it's when I've put it on, because sometimes if you just pour it over, there are bits of embossing powder that haven't actually been grabbed, should I say, by the Versamark, by the ink. So a little shimmy gives it a chance to dance around a little bit and grab some. So I'll just heat set this. Just check it first, because there is a little bit there that is suspect. Pokey tool and a bit of a blow. A lot of people say use a brush, but sometimes a brush is just too much. You knock away some of the powder that you don't want to knock away. So here we go. I think this video has been beset with interruptions. Start off with the timer went off when my I had some colour on my hair, actually, so that went off, and I had to go and see to it, otherwise I might have been a completely different colour altogether. So that's the first one. My son just FaceTimed me to say, you know, hello and all this kind of stuff, and can Cleo come down for a few days? So I was telling him all about the project that I bought for Cleo. I'll show you, actually. I'll show you what I got. I bought her this, a Woodology fairy house. So I thought she'd love to make this up. It makes up it into a little kind of fairy cottage. So she needed to paint it and assemble it and glue it and all the rest of it. And the one that I saw ready-made had got, the roof had got like sphagnum moss and little pebbles and things on. Absolutely charming. So we'll probably do a bit of a video, that Cleo and I together, making her fairy house. It's made to have like a little electric battery operated tea light inside, but I thought that would be magic for Cleo and I to do together. So that was the second interruption. So hopefully I can get this card put together in some semblance of an order. I'm just going to die cut this sentiment, and then just the right fit, and then I'll pop it on the card, take a picture, put it on the end of the video, and that will be that. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, whatever the phrase is. So just a touch of tape on here to keep it where it's supposed to be, and we will be away. Cleo hasn't been down to stay for a while actually, so we're going to have some fun. She likes to go to the local shopping centre. There are a few choice shops there that she likes to visit, and she gets an allowance to go, so we have to do all the maths going round the shops. How much have you got? How much have you got left? What would you like to go with that? She's so cute. She said one day, she said, I'd like to go to Smiggles first because they're the most expensive, and if I see something there that I like and I've already spent my money, I won't be able to get it. So I think I better go there first. Talk about old-fashioned. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, there is my happy birthday, and I think it'll go quite nicely just there, don't you? So a little tiny bit of foam tape under the end and glue on the rest, and we're done. I quite like things hanging over the edge. Just a tiny bit of tape here to keep it level. There we go. And some glue. So there we go, got there at last, interruptions and all. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for giving a thumbs up, and come back and see me very soon.